Since Grenada's coconut industry lost its productive value after the passage of Hurricanes Ivan and Emily in 2004 and 2005 respectively, coupled with the onset of the coconut beetle, the industry has been struggling to sustain the demand locally. In this regard, the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands introduced to farmers an improved variety of the plant to help resuscitate the production nationally, and recently held a refresher workshop for farmers to strengthen capacity in that area. Approximately 25 farmers convened at the Caribbean Agricultural Research and Development Institute, CARDI, at West Hall St. David, and were educated on the best practices that should be administered when cultivating coconuts. The workshop was facilitated by agronomists within the Ministry of Agriculture with responsibility for coconuts, Troy Augustine, who says that proper weeding and adequate sunlight are two of the best practices for healthy coconut trees.
What we encourage farmers to do is to intercrop so that the trees would improve the condition, as well as to take care of those periods when you have drought. So we encourage them to mulch, to fertilize, intercrop, irrigate, and not just apply fertilizer broadcasting, but dissolve the fertilizer in water so that the plant can absorb the fertilizer, because plants don't absorb granular fertilizer. It's liquid. All plant food is in liquid form.
The session was held in collaboration with the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture, ICA, and the national specialist at ICA, Derek Charles, also speaks to proper caring for the plants.
Now you know these plants are not, although they are coconut, but because they are improved varieties, they need some special treatment, okay? So if you allow them to be overgrown with weeds, you will not get the result that you should get. So in the rehabilitation, two things we put forward. One, strengthen the capacity of the farmers and extension officers in the management of these new varieties. And secondly, in order to rehabilitate an industry, you want improved varieties of good quality.
Chief Agricultural Officer in the Ministry of Agriculture, Daniel Lewis, implores upon the farmers to apply what they have learned.
The most important aspect of that workshop is what follows thereafter. So when you go back to your field as a farmer, you have to ensure that you adhere to a lot of the principles, a lot of the recommendations that Mr. Augustine will be giving. Because, I mean, we do not have this workshop just because we say we want to have a workshop, but to ensure that we educate and the people, you know, both extension and farmers, you know, they live here much more informed, much more equipped to deal with all the challenges that is the coconut industry is facing.
Two farmers, Mark Anthony Francis and John Powlett, gave their respective views on the workshop.
Okay, I think it was very informative. I mean, some of the things that I've been practicing were actually said in it, because I did my research earlier. And it's like for the people who didn't do that type of research before, getting that information I think it's critical that they know what they're doing and what they get into. So at the end of the day, end of the period, they would get the fruits of their labor.
What I must say stood out most was the time figure for the crop to be and to learn about the ways that it pollinates, which is very important. My aim is to do as much coconut as possible. If possible, average 2-3 acres.
For the Ministry of Agriculture, I am Karima Lewis.